don't know what happened to Black Mel, but he got kicked. So about to quit game real fast. Second game, on a quick game, which is a ranked game.
To the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Newton's Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup lined up here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Cool.
I did that. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
Throwing on third down, Newton.
Let's go, baby.
Complete. A big 30-yard play on third.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Newton on first down. That'll be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Michael Bennett is one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
It's complete right side to Benjamin, and he's brought down. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Now, Olsen, Charles, battled back spasms, missed the second game of the Panthers in the preseason. They're just hoping when they suit up for real, he'll be good to go.
And Cam Newton has to have him. That was his #1 target last season, and Greg Olsen went to the Pro Bowl. But when he missed the game against the Tennessee Titans, I saw that game. That allowed Cam Newton to find Devin Funchess and welcome back Kelvin Benjamin, 2 big targets out wide.
That's going to be good at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
In the red zone this time. Throwing again is Newton. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was
come
the
on,
hands
man.
that
It's
made the
supposed to be
play.
in there, y'all.
Batting the ball away.
Defense
An
weak.
attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
To the air again, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game,
looking for Baldwin, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
There we go, baby.
This one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Here's Wilson.
Oh, buddy.
And he fires one that's intercepted. So the Carolina Panthers offense trotting out there, and every time you look at their offense moving onto the field, you can't
quiet time now.
big 6'4" and 6'5" wide receivers.
Quiet time now.
Monster guys, and don't forget they both weigh 230 to 240. So trying to go through them to get the ball, very difficult to do. But their timing in the preseason, their increased play is evident. It's going to make Cam Newton a better quarterback. And when you've got receivers that size, it's not an accident. Their general manager, he told me, I like big players.
On first down, Newton. They will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
2nd and 10, Newton again.
Yep.
Funchess with a catch over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them to first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton taking it in. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. At the field general. The leader just falling behind.
Like taking candy from the baby.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over.
This will make my YouTube page look real good.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And
Yep.
they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments. Great confidence having scored the last time out. Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Smiles, everyone, smiles, because when Cam Newton and Greg Olsen hook up like they've been doing throughout this game, that's one big reason why they're winning.
What makes Greg Olsen so tough to cover?
I think he really is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. He runs his routes with such great precision and some physical toughness, and he really fights and competes for the ball.
And then, of course, it helps to have Cam Newton throw it to over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys that call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And Olsen over the middle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, 29 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Gano now,
let's give him a chance to come out.
Here to kick it away.
Let's give him a chance to come out.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's brought down. And Charles, with Thomas Rawls, they're going to continue to keep a close eye on that ankle that he had surgery on.
They would love to get him some work in the preseason, probably in the last game, but it's not crucial. Christian Michael has come back to the Seahawks and run really, really well, so they can slow things down for Thomas Rawls and make sure he's healthy.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be third down. So completion on second down, that brings up third.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He finds his man, Baldwin. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. Time to step aside. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
No, they drop a lot. You gotta be on point.
And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there.
Yeah,
this guy's known for his quickness, but also for
I don't know what they
speed.
did, but you gotta be.
Before you blink, if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
God damn it, wrong person.
Throwing the football when they think they've got a completion, the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good game. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that brought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath.
Oh, shit.
But still, at some point in the game, looking for fences, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
God damn
it.
it.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of 3, second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing. And my goodness, another interception. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman.
Yeah, you making Russell.
Will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
Yeah, you got Russell Wilson looking bad.
You got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone?
You got Russell Wilson looking terrible.
There's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have.
Oh my God.
Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those
Right in
points.
his hands.
10
God.
yards still left on second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in-route.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Yeah, I threw a lot.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. To throw is Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Not only was that a 3 and out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback. But
Oh, shit.
you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
What's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that one.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. K.J. Wright not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now Wilson on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over.
You have to,
and on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just
can't throw it real. You gotta.
How does that change the mentality?
It has to be timing.
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because
You got perfect timing. You got do aggressive catching.
And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through it and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, wants to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
I just took one myself.
Advantages of a passer is now with his height, setting back there
One of
in the
my
pocket,
coworkers.
firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Newton out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point.
That's
So
the first quarter.
Converting there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go.
You had him wide open.
Again. You're going to take
Yeah,
care
I got
of
it
it,
wrong
but
play.
you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. K1 short in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure.
He tried to run without the ball.
Seems to be working pretty well. Everything
That's
about
it.
that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football.
Yeah.
You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Nah, that's it.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's brought down after a good gain. 26 yards on the play there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. On 1st down, Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And switching gears here a little bit, you know, the players always talk to us about their Madden ratings. And it's Madden release week.
Yeah, they're never real happy about it.
They never are they?
No, they're really not. They always always think they're better or want to be better, and they want to see it increase and improve as the season goes along. But just last week, I was at an NFL training camp. I heard a couple guys talking about playing Madden. And one guy said, yeah, you just wait till next week when the new game comes out. I'm going to get you. Well, next week is here. Those guys are probably getting ready to go at it real soon.
Okay.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it'll be fourth down.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield. But that one goes incomplete.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll run for it. Rolls. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned. And they wind up picking up the first down.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rolls. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
It's offense, buddy.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Back to the ground attack. It's Rolls. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. Here's the, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Wilson going to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st down, it's Newton. And this is incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Newton's going to throw it. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On 4th down, Newton. And this is incomplete.
Take your hand, buddy.
Looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 here. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's got Lockett. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's what...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Coney Ely in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 16 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. They had to go for such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing here, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave it with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now when you go into the week and you're telling the guys what mistakes have to be corrected, what we have to do to win going forward, you have their full attention. They're excited, they're happy, and they know if they can build that momentum, they can ultimately achieve all their goals.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.